Regret, I was detained. Did you find Vontan? What did you learn? Dead. Another murder? And this time, a mortal. So, the trail ends here. Waking Flame? The mortal followers of Mehrunes Dagon? Here? Could they seek to disrupt our protections? We must speak to Faven. He needs to know about this threat, and then we must purge the cult before they endanger our sanctity. Faven must know what you learned. I refuse to allow my protection to fall, and I doubt you want to see the mortals here endangered by this cult. We must return to Spire Hall. First thought, someone in town is secretly a member of this Order of the Waking Flame, and possibly someone who Tefilaz was in contact with. Otherwise, they would not have gotten close enough to administer the poison. Perhaps, but I think it unlikely. Faven protects the town, claims it as his domain, but never allow outsiders to take over. The mortal holds too much pride. And he hates Mehrunes Dagon. No sense to it. Not yet, but in time. These type of rooms, not my specialty. Also, I am cut off from a great deal of knowledge. The price of freedom. Bother? You mean anger? Upset? These aren't experiences that I have. My moods are set, fixed. I am who I am, who I will always be. Even my search for freedom from masters. Now? I've spiraled out of control. Once again, no struggle. So he decided to act against the Daedra. We should destroy it. Faven planned to attack Daedra, attempt to push us out. And it would have failed. The mortals don't have the numbers, the strength. And we would just keep coming. Won't happen now, but we needed him to remove the Waking Flame. No leadership now. Yes. They refer to a location, a kind of encrypted map, but also a key. The Waking Flame's nearby camp indicates the cultists are about to make their move. I will try to rally the town, but I need you to go to the camp. Do what you can to stop them. The inscriptions describe an entrance to the southwest. It may be hidden, well guarded, but you seem capable. Find what you can that explains these events. Do your best.
mounts. Hello?
Just getting started.
I did what I must. My own father. Because I believed your lies.
Stupid child. Lock him up. We march on the spire soon enough.
I've been waiting to try this out.
Spire will make a fine gift for our lord and master.
I'm sorry! Leave me alone! I did what I thought was right!
You're chasing Tarvin? He ran toward the east.
Are you looking for Tarvin? He ran up the hill.
You chase Tarvin, mortal. Very well. I shall follow.
Don't you understand? I was helping them. The Daedra deserve a home. So, you figured it out. You know I killed them. Tefilaz, Vontan, even my father. But you don't understand. How could you? The Daedra deserve their freedom. They're beings with souls, just like you and I. And we should protect them. Welcome them. I always fought for the Daedra. They just want a home. They belong here as much as we do. That group, they said they would help. Mortals on the side of Daedra, they said that if I poisoned Tefilaz, it would spur the Daedra to action. Tefilaz will be back. But then you showed up. I had to kill Vontan to protect myself, and my father wrote that decree. It would have been a war. The mortals, we would have all died. I couldn't let that happen. I didn't want to kill him, but I had to. I know. I've done horrible things. How do I even begin to atone? But I'll go. No more running.
Confession. Good. Makes things easy. Tarvin, undermining our safety. Didn't see that possibility. I don't understand his thinking. Why help us? Why invite danger into his home? Mortal reasoning doesn't follow an obvious path. Daedra don't need help. Why fight for us? I thought mortals valued their own kind. I will take him back to town. We need to stabilize it. Make it the same as it was. Nothing must threaten my protection. You completed the task. Here's the payment. 2 mortals dead. Tefilaz displaced. Tarvin racked by guilt and shame. Too much disruption to the status quo. You did well. I do not believe in bindings. If I did, I would choose you. Mortal capability at its best. My wish? Richard Spire stays the same. Nothing changes. Nothing disrupted. Whatever power provides the protection for Daedra remains in place. We cannot bring back the mortals. A complication, then. But I will work to fix that. His father was leader. To keep the status quo, Tarvin must take up the position. My people will not care, and we can appease any mortals who speak out. Tarvin will see the wisdom and agree in time. Manipulable, that one.
stop for a moment. Glad to see someone who's not Daedric. My friend and I need your help. A beast lives in this citadel, the Ravner. It slaughtered my clan. Only a few of us lived. So, we found our way into the Deadlands to destroy it in our clan's name. By entering the citadel they call Ardent Hope and hunting it down. Oh, you mean how do we find the beast? My friend here at Trozu was my clan's totem spirit. He can track the Ravner. As for how to destroy it, I still need to figure that out. Then you know I'm the last of my clan. A Zivalai patrol found us, and they died to protect me. So I can't give up. But if I go in there alone, it only ends one way. Join me. Help me get justice for Clan Kalmar. If we live, I can reward you. Now we stand a chance with you here. I saw a drainage gate on the northern wall that we can use to slip into the citadel. Get to it, Atrozu. Find the Ravner. Atrozu needs time to find the trail again.
Get a load of this.
Others? How?
I'll ease his pain. See if he knows anything.
Are you an illusion? Or real? Am I saved? We must hurry. It needs life. It could return. The Dremnikin. It's hunting. It never stops. The orb. It drains life. Blood. For power. To find prey. Sometimes it roars in the north. A tower. Don't follow. Just run. Only death.
Sorry, friend. What do those papers say? Is that a piece of the Ravner? The prisoner mentioned the Ravener's orb. Where did it go? The Ravener completely drained this man's life spirit. Not only can it speak, but it uses magic as well. I thought I understood what it was, but I knew nothing. Doesn't matter. We still need to destroy it. Show me what you found. So, not just magic. Blood magic. The type that steals memories from its victims. know it. Utter cruelty. The man Kastov said it's a Dremnikin. That's new to me. But I don't care what it calls itself. It'll take the name I gave it. Makes sense. Kastov said the Ravener used him to power that orb it uses to hunt. And the Ravener shouted that its prey wasn't on Nirn. Blood magic could easily fuel a relic that can scry across planes. What about that claw? The journal claims each hunt risks the Ravener's essence. He thought it looked weaker. This could be the answer. We starve it. Smash the orb. Stop it from finding prey. Kastov mentioned a tower to the north. And Atrozu has the trail again. Let's go. During the attack, it was a vicious animal. Mindless and hungry. I was prepared to hunt it the same as I would a stag or a lion. But if it speaks, then its attack wasn't mindless. It understood the pleas for help. It meant to cause suffering. No. Before... See that tower? We have to find a way to reach it. Through the wall. Before we go farther, we need to talk. I expected none of this. The Ravener speaks? And what's the purpose of a tower full of books? After everything I went through to get here, I still don't understand what we face. What is this creature? Because it took everything. My entire clan, my home, my future, all gone due to this beast. I don't care if it speaks or reads, or if it recites poetry. I will see it killed. I know it's hunting prey, and it's falling apart without that. So, we need to find and destroy that orb. Stop its ability to hunt, and starve it to death. Perhaps I can watch it suffer. Lead on. We're not leaving until the Ravener is dead. Dead end. But what's this contraption? Maybe it opens a path. Based on the runic arrangement, I'd guess this thing creates a portal. Didn't you hear the voice? The shouts keep coming from higher up. True. go. Where is this damn Ravner? Is he hiding from me? Up here. So much magic imbued in this book. No! I won't let this happen! This whole time he was hunting a Trozu because of what he represents. The Ravener didn't just want to devour my clanmates. It craved the very idea of the Kalmar. Our unity. Our fellowship. It would mean our complete destruction. You have to understand. As our totem, Trozu is the clan. The bond between each Kalmar. Our memories of the past. Our hopes for the future. All of it melds to form him. Once those bonds are gone, he dies. My clan is destroyed forever. I don't know. That vow claims the orb holds the spirits of my clan. I plan to destroy it so the Ravener couldn't hunt. But what happens to them if I do? And a Trozu? I need time to think. Let's just find the orb. I'll decide then. I can feel my people near.
It's coming back! So much blood! Someone, please, rescue us!
I can't find my family. I have to save them.
My clan still exists. You take a trophy! Look, the scrying orb! Here it is. But I'm still not sure.
Please, let this torture end. I beg you.
The Ravener's hunt could end here. But my clan, my family... Because they still exist inside that orb, I still have a Trozo. These last remnants of them keep him alive. If we destroy this, I lose them for good. And a Trozo leaves with them. But I live. We leave them, and I keep a Trozo. I can weaken the orb enough so we can escape. And we'll have to run forever. But at least a Trozo would stay with me. Please, you're right. I'm the final Kalmar. If I throw away my life, then all this was for nothing. Without the orb, the Ravener never completes its hunt. Let it starve. Let's do this together. I'll weaken the orb's power while you smash it. portal out of here. Come on. Goodbye, my old friend. Thank you for helping me do what's right. We survived. From the moment we came into the Deadlands, I assumed this was a suicide mission. If you hadn't come along, it likely would have been. Never thought for a moment we'd find a helpful face in Mehrunes Dagon's realm. I don't know. I need to find a way back home, away from this plane. And I must perform rites for the dead. But I can manage that on my own. No need for a protector. Here's the reward I promised. On behalf of the memory of the Kalmar clan. Thank you.
This isn't right. Gods, it's good to see a fellow Psijic. You can see me, right? What about hear me? Another improvement. I've been trapped in this synchrocesiac state for I don't know how long. My senses, myself, scattered far and wide. I'm barely aligned enough to communicate. I need an intervention to pull me free. Would you help me? Out of sync with reality. I need to find a Daedra sage named Urvank, a master of the 11th Force Change. He may be my best hope of escaping the syncrocesia. Maybe my only hope. Will you help me find Urvank? I'll compensate you once I'm whole. The only lead I have is one of Urvank's disciples, Mora, in Windswept Crag. I've been trying to communicate with her for hours, but I get no response. If you speak on my behalf, we may finally get somewhere. I wanted to study the 11th Force Change within this realm of oblivion. You see, Mehrunes Dagon is best known for his power of destruction, but that is merely a portion of his sphere of influence. All of his aspects are rooted in change. Really? The 11 forces are only the basis for your entire studies as a Psijic. You should take some time from your practical studies to brush up on your theory. The 11th, most sacred force is change. Everything, really. I underestimated change's currents here in the Deadlands. When I reached out to dip my toes in, I got swept away. Parts of me, anyway. Among other things, I'm out of sync with this realm, with myself. It seems that I've regained enough alignment to interact with you, but there's no telling how long I'll remain like this. And I'd rather not become dispersed across time and space.
Zivali will grind your mortal bones to ash if he sends you here. Xynoaz is one of Valknar's Novkroz's most fearsome underlings. He commands many Dremora. I do not know if he and Jind work together for their master or if they compete for his approval. Blade bearers would not allow themselves to be seen by you, so do not waste your time looking for them. Search for information about the mortal device that drew my scouts to this site. I will look for my kin. You exhaust me with all these questions. Are all mortals so uncertain? There is a scouts camp north of Xynoaz's jail. I will await you there, but do not dawdle. My patience is extremely limited. Zivali are reckless creatures. They rely on wild emotion and brute strength instead of skill and strategy. Dangerous to the weak or the unwary. You are still here. Was I not specific enough? Stay alert, mortal. You seem to handle yourself well, but Xynoaz is dangerous.
What a poorly crafted runic crux. Whatever ritual they plan to use it for will most likely fail.
Bring the lightning!
Who approaches?
I'm not one of these monsters. Daedra. Tormentors. They questioned me. Wanted me to demonstrate how to inscribe the runes. I tried to resist. Tell Sister Seltina. I tried. The Cataclyst's runic crux. The focus of its power. These Daedra wanted to make their own. I didn't tell them everything. Tell Sister Seltina. I did not reveal the Blind Seer's final gift. I never met him, but he invented the Cataclyst. We followed his schematics. The day of Lord Dagon's triumph draws near. I hope to see it. Damn Knockfrost and his torturer. Hidden. Safe. Knockfrost envies us. Hates Sister Seltina. Knockfrost fears that mortals will bring about Lord Dagon's triumph. Not Tremora. So he...
Wicked. He probably didn't even provide the torturer with much sport.
What'd you get? You were amazing. My magic is destroyed.
scratchings? They really are trying to build their own cataclysm, Master.
You have found information. Perhaps you have proven yourself a useful companion after all. What have you learned? Of course. Bakanaz Novkroz refuses to accept that the mortal followers of Mehrunes Dagon can succeed where he has failed. A useful insight. What else did you find out? Blind seer. That means nothing to me. Nor can I make sense of the drawing. The runic crux, however. The work seems my kin learned little that we did not already know. They waited here, hoping to trail a waking flame messenger back to Sister Seldina. Since they are not here, it must have worked. Which leaves us no closer to finding this mortal device, or my kin. Defective parts, strange scribblings, the inventions of a blind seer. I hope Lyranth learned more in Fargrave.
The inventions of a blind seer. Interesting. I believe we know his name.
Elagian. That's what I remembered earlier. Lyranth helped me.
Elagian? That old lunatic? He was locked in the blood pit last I knew.
Did that Datrat talk?
This pathetic form holds Arox the Mutilator, Titan of Destruction! Master, let's talk. Not so long ago, the blood pit trembled at the mere rumor of my approach. They cowered before me. I first encountered Elagian there. He was quite mad. Probably still is. I'm not sure what he'll be able to tell you, Master. The Blood Pit is a foul prison that I once oversaw. When I was cursed, I awoke there in this reduced form, cast down with others who offended Mehrunes Dagon. That's where I met Elagian. He was locked in a prison within the prison. The Durance Vial. Master, I am not sure if Elagian knows who Elagian is, or why he is there. You'll see. The Blood Pit lies northwest of Burning Gyre Keep. I can guide you, but the presence of powerful Daedra not aligned with Prince Dagon will be noticed. The Blood Pit imprisons disloyal Daedra with mystic wards. Lyranth and the Blade Bearer would have to shatter those wards to enter. Mortals? Walls and locks are enough to bar your path. Your Dremora allies cannot come with us. I was imprisoned there before I escaped, only to be captured by the Collector. Damn his many eyes! They never were able to overcome my natural immunity to the wards. something to do with my position. Before I was cursed, let us depart, Master.
Let's meet at the Blood Pit. If I know Elagian, maybe he knows me.
I wish I could paint. This would make quite the picture.
Over here, friend. No one's come in or out. Well, the Blood Pit. If names are omens, then this is a dire one. After what Aarox told us about the place, I admit I wouldn't want to set foot there until we exhausted every other lead we had. I'm not sure. Wouldn't a place like this leave scars you couldn't forget? I don't know. And what does it matter? However we met, I just hope Elagian can tell me who I was before this mask was adhered to my face. It would also be nice if he can tell us something useful about the Riven Cataclysm. Let's see what's going on.
The blind old fool is useless. All he did was babble about nonsense.
He is becoming resistant to the elixir, Valkenar's Knockcross. There's nothing to be done.
Nothing to be done? Be grateful that I am not my predecessor, Aarox the Mutilator.
Not all speak. I would have killed the Overseer for her failure.
Careful. Overseer on the left.
Do you have any idea? Expect Aarox the Mutilator to return?
Aarox never left. I had him cursed. Turned him into a day.
Knockfrost? He did this to me? That bloodless aspile!
Improve the elixir before I return. And forget
You have to break away.
Warden's Overlook is nearby. The entrance is a portal. We might find the location of Eleanor. To the Warden's Overlook.
Obviously
Look up
drawn by
there!
a prisoner.
Nok'Vroz returns!
Have you completed your interrogation, Falconers Nok'Vroz?
Nothing but a waste of time. Just more of the same. Secure the Durance file until I return. I must go. That tiresome mortal Selbina insists on my presence. Improve the elixir before my next interrogation.
He's getting away! I'll kill him!
Durance vial.
I remember the smells of this place. The old seer should be behind a glowing door.
So close, but one more obstacle. Any ideas? If Aarox is right, Elegion is behind that glowing door. That's a lot of security for one old blind seer, though. I guess we need to figure out how to open Elegion's cell if I really want to talk to him. Yeah, I thought so too. But what if something in my past is terrible? What if that's why I can't or won't remember? All right, let's do this. I think we can use Lucent crystals, just like back at the bathhouse in the Shambles. Lucents can be charged with energy and used to activate all sorts of things, like opening that door, maybe. Gather some Lucents and look for a Dynamis font to charge them. There's got to be one around here. Maybe on the balcony up above? Spend any amount of time scavenging in Fargrave or various realms of Oblivion, and you'll run into a few of these Daedric devices. Lucents are usually easy to find. The tricky part is locating a Dynamis font that still works. Gather a few Lucent crystals, preferably a charged Lucent. Then we can activate that displacer so you can get up to the balcony. I'm pretty sure that if you place charged Lucents in the discharge labrums above, that will open the cell door. And hopefully there are a few uncharged crystals lying about. In that case, we'll need a Dynamis font to charge them. Why don't you search around?
I remember. There's a rune of unsealing on the balcony above. It unlocks the cell door.
And look over there! A charged Lucent. Grab it and place it in the discharge labrum beside the displacer.
masked one speaks true. We need charged Lucents.
Spend any amount of time. Gather a few Lucent crystals, preferably. And hopefully there are a few uncharged crystals lying. Unsealing before an overseer comes round.
Good! The sooner we finish with the old seer, the sooner we can punish Knockfrost!
That did it! Now let's see what Elagian can tell us about cataclysms, and maybe my hidden past.
A noise! Is someone there? No. No more visions. I don't want to drink anymore. Drink, brink, sink.
The blind seer is mad. I warned you, Master.
That's him. The old man.
Can you hear all of them? I hear all of them. Pour the season on the coals. All good children get sweet rolls. More questions? No more questions. Is it the season of blossoms yet? That was always my favorite. All my ideas gone. They poured them out, and now I'm an empty bottle. So empty. Sometimes everything is right again. Usually not. But so many, many questions. I won't answer them unless... Do you smell flowers? Flowers, cowers, showers.
Knockfrost mentioned an elixir, didn't he? There's meaning in Elagian's babble. Perhaps he's trying to describe whatever visions plague him. He mentioned spring. Could the elixir be related to a season? And he said something. Look around for Elagian's elixir.
That bottle smells of nerve. I hate it. But this ridiculous nose of mine is not wrong. Try it, Master. Pour it on the brazier.
My mind grows still, free of those awful visions. I do not know you, stranger, but I thank you. And the others I hear. The elixir grants me only a few moments of clarity, so speak swiftly. What do you ask of me? That vile creation. Nocfrost was just here asking about it. The Riven Cataclysm is my burden, my punishment, my greatest sorrow. I did not realize the purpose my designs would be turned to. Why do you seek it? Yes, I believe you speak true. Destroying it would be good. You can get to the Cataclysm by going to Annihilox Summit. Nocfrost speaks freely in my presence. He thinks me mad, that I hear nothing. Well, I am mad, and blind, but I'm not deaf. The Anchorite? No, I've not heard that word. But I sense my work. She wears my mask, doesn't she? I crafted that cursed item. It suppresses memories. I cannot tell you who I made the mask for or why. The enchantment I devised does not simply abolish the wearer's memories. It erases the wearer from the memory of anyone who knew her. Whoever she was, that person is forgotten. Of course not. The mask hides who she was, not who...
You seem like a kindly old owl. I wish I could help you.
A kindly old owl. I remember. A young girl called me that once. I have something for you.
Something for me? What is it?
This amulet. I've been saving it for so long. For you, I think. Now go. My mind. Kind, blind, blind. It fills with a storm.
A sewer on the east wall. That's our exit, Master. We should hurry and return to Wretched Spire.
Goodbye, old owl. Let's meet back at Wretched Spire. He remembered my mask and this amulet, but he didn't remember me.
Interesting. You appear to have survived Dagon's worst prison and suffered little to no damage. And your demeanor suggests that you succeeded in your mission, though the anchorite seems distressed. Tell me, what happened in the Blood Pit? I know an Ilark summit, a high peak in the Sever, inhospitable to mortals, and Dremora for that matter. Few go there. It would be a perfect place to hide the Riven Cataclysm. But what's wrong with the anchorite? Did Elegine recognize her? Did he know? The Cataclysm and the mask. This Elegine is clever indeed. I am more determined than ever to examine the Riven Cataclysm in detail. We must also keep the Waking Flame from misusing it, of course. Patience, mortal. You have done well. Take pride in your accomplishments and accept this minor token of my appreciation. Look at us, little mortal. Forced to accept the word of a blind old seer. Imprisoned and driven mad in Mehrunes Dagon's blood pit. If Elegine is to be believed, we'll find Sister Saldina and the Riven Cataclysm at the summit. I have heard of the location. A barren peak scoured by winds that flay flesh from bone. A good place to build a secret retreat, provided the walls can withstand the constant winds. Sister Saldina has taken great care to hide the Riven Cataclysm. Always. With Rincaius and his blade bearers beside us, we will fight our way to the Riven Cataclysm. When I have seen what I need to, you can destroy the device. Meet us at the base of an Ilark summit, provided you want to be part of this. Grab the Daedrat and prepare yourself. The dangers of an Ilark summit are enough to make even a Dremora pause. I assume we will have to deal with both Nokfrost's forces and the Order of the Waking Flame along the way. That seems unlikely. If Saldina already had such an army, she would deploy it at once. Remember, she is eager to conquer Fargrave and earn Prince Dagon's favor. Still, I do not think we have much time before that changes.
Let us go, Master.
I'll meet you at an Ilark summit, but we should be careful. I expect that both Sister Saldina and Nokfrost may be there.
Tell me that we will find Nokfrost at an Ilark summit, Master. Oh, he has so much to answer for. If you smash him to the ground so I may reach him, I will gnaw his face off! No. Nokfrost is no mage. He must have found some relic or forgotten curse to transform me into this Daedrat body. And he must have caught me off guard. Otherwise, I would have destroyed him the moment he struck at me. You dare insinuate? The Master meant no offense. They're just a stupid mortal. Nokfrost never dared display a hint of disloyalty, let alone challenge me for my place as Prince Dagon's champion. I would have crushed him into a paste. Can we go now? Yes, Master. To the base of an Ilark summit, Master. Nokfrost must pay for this insult he has forced upon me.
I long to serve.
You seek Azabi?
Oh, good. I was so bored. love harvesting runestones.
Wait, you can see me?
And hear you, unfortunately. I see you brought someone to help offend my other senses, too. Your odor precedes you, leaky skin bag. At least I could tune out the apparition, but your sweaty, reeking body would test even Lord Dagon's endurance. Well, go on, before your overwhelming miasma seeps into everything and drives away the fish. Sending you to Master Irving would be akin to farting downwind. I would inflict your odious odor on my worst enemy, let alone a Daedra of his esteem. Whatever your troubles, they'll be over soon. Your smelly existences are mercifully brief. I just want to fish without your fetid meat musk burning my nose. You can go pick apocalypse seeds from an end times ash tree for all I care. Actually, that's perfect. Go get me a seed. I think there's one out in those burning wastes. You must be utterly baffled by the concept. Just sitting and waiting for something to occur with patience. They do? Oh my. That somehow makes it even worse. There went the last vestiges of pity I held for you worthless creatures. Alas, I'll never be as cruel as whoever conceived. Oh, I really couldn't say. Why don't you take a dip and see for yourself? I want you to go away, but
I'm sorry you had to endure that, but considering most Daedra's temperaments, Mora's caustic personality isn't so bad. I think we might be able to make some headway with her. I've observed her for some time now, while trying to make contact. I think she's dissatisfied by more than just our presence. There's something more to this apocalypse seed business than she's willing to admit. It might help persuade her. Mora mentioned end times ash trees. I vaguely recall some trivial details from my travel preparations. I think I can identify one of those trees when I see it. My present condition should actually make the search easier. I'll scout ahead. Well, in a manner of speaking. This is an end times ash tree, but it appears to be like most things in the Deadlands, dead. All is not lost, though. I remember that these trees have a particularly volatile life cycle. Growth, destruction, regrowth. It just needs a nudge. If we want a seed, we need it to sprout. That's impossible while it's dead, but I think we can encourage it to change if we provide it with the right catalysts. I'll try conjuring some elements. If I can manage that, you can apply them to the tree. I am still tenuously connected to this realm. I'm not even sure I'll be able to muster simple conjurations, but you and I are still relatively in phase. If all goes well, you can act as an intermediary and effect change on my behalf. Phew! That was more difficult than it should have been. Try using those on the tree. The synchrosthesia, it's... We've looped back upon ourselves. You'll need to try something else. Something's changing. That is deeply unpleasant, but at least we're returning to a stable current. That's a good start. I feel out. Somehow our meddling with the end times ash affected my asynchronous state. I was fully aligned with myself again, if only for a brief moment. Puzzling. I'm afraid I don't understand the implications, but Irvank might. We should return to Mora. We could, but I'm not quite to the point of risking my entire existence on blind experimentation. I believe Irvank is still my best hope of returning to a stable state, provided we can convince Mora to help us find him. me have something for you.
Oh, a new smell. How inventive. Are you attempting to mask your horrendous stench by rolling around in ash and dirt? Huh. Only a mortal would believe compounding filth with filth is somehow an improvement. An apocalypse seed? How did you... I honestly thought you'd wander off and die before the new seedlings took. And you just brought this to me? Why would you do that? I made no pact with you. I don't understand. This is some sort of trick, isn't it? Are you even smart enough for tricks? Maybe you really did just bring it to me. Idiot mortal. Well, it's not like I'm just going to turn it away, but I'm not going to be in debt to a mortal. I suppose you demonstrated you aren't completely useless, and you muffled your overpowering stench. Fine, I'll help you to find Master Earthink. Seek out Shirodar in the Flea Pits district of Wretched Spire. He was the last mortal to see the Master.
Wretched Spire? I'll meet you there.
Practically smell Knockfrost. Hurry, Master. We can catch him.
Good, we're all here. You and Drinkias will lead the assault, mortal. Unlike others of my ilk, I have no particular interest in open battle. I leave the assault on the summit to you and Drinkias. The Anchorite, the Bladebearer rearguard, and I will catch up once you locate the Riven Cataclysm. In addition to the harsh conditions and the destructive wind, I expect you will face Daedra loyal to Valkanaz Nokfraz. Perhaps mortals devoted to the Dagon cult. Surely neither Nokfraz nor Sister Seldina would leave the Riven Cataclysm unguarded. Given what we've seen of their interactions thus far, I'd say neither of them tells the other any more than necessary. Perhaps we can use that at some point. Widen the rift that already exists between them. Now hurry. We will see you at the summit.
As we ascend the summit, know that I can protect you from the worst of the lightning and the wind shears, provided you do not stray too far from my side. As for any other threats, you will need to deal with those of your own accord. The dangers of the Deadlands are numerous, mortal. Have you not determined that by now? Valkanaz Novkroz will have his minions out in force. He may have been ordered to assist Sister Seldina, but he will look for every opportunity to displace her. You try to interpret Daedric actions through mortal understanding. I have seen the mortals of Wretched Spire do the same thing. It leads to all sorts of trouble. Novkroz will seek to discredit and undermine Seldina even as he works to assist her.
something, right?
Nothing troubled my true form. That scent! Knockfrost came this way! Passage! Knockfrost went this way! In here! Hurry! This way! I will gnaw Knockfrost's nose off!
We're following your Daedrat?
Knockfrost is gone! Curse him! Master, I smell blood. Mortal blood. It seems I have a very strong nose in this puny form. I smell Knockfrost as well. He was here, I am certain of it. Oh, freshly spilled, Master. A mortal died here not long ago. We should look around and see what tale this place can tell us about those who ascend to the summit. Travelers can be careless, especially when they are being killed. Dead mortals pay little attention to where they leave their bodies, or the things they carry. Very untidy. Selfish of them, really. Daedra avoid that by simply not dying. Usually. Search the cave, Master. A mortal died nearby. I smell magic, too. Dark and strange.
I do not take orders from a Daedra.
Rod. That's what I smelled. It must be important.
You found something? It did not occur to me to bother with a dead mortal. I've seen only a few dead mortals during our stays in Wretched Spire. But it's obvious that this cultist died recently. I do not need the nose of a Daedrat to smell freshly spilled blood. What did you find? Let me see. This key is not familiar to me, but it might prove useful. A way into the Waking Flame lair, perhaps? Careless of them to... We saw that Knockfrost directed his underlings Jind and Zainoaz to question Waking Flame cultists about the Cataclysm device. I believe this cultist met the same fate. But seizing a captive on Sister Seldina's doorstep... Knockfrost grows bold. It's unimportant. Whatever power it once held has been expended. The Daedrat might sniff and paw at it, but if the rod had a purpose, Knockfrost would not have left it behind. Collect your...
There is nothing defective about my hearing, Master, or my curiosity. The Blade Bearer is wrong to dismiss me with such contempt. I am Aarox the Mutilator! Have I not proved myself useful, Master? As you wish, Master. The day will come when I fall upon your enemies like a burning thunderbolt, and lay 100 blackened skulls at your feet. Let us see if the Blade Bearer sneers at Aarox then, as you command.
The creature is stowed? Then let us move. Do not range too far from me, else I cannot protect you from the summit's elements. Effective for blocking narrow places. See if the key you found by the dead mortal is of any use here.
Windgate? My true form could tear through it with ease. Very good, Master. Not as good as tearing it down and stomping it to rubble, but still, well done.
A portal? Curse it. Our enemies have already fled.
Where is the Dagonist Temple? What exactly did the Mad Seer tell you, mortal? Did he lie?
Nokros used that portal, Master. His scent lingers.
I don't think Elegion lied. The Riven Cataclysm must be beyond that portal.
Tell me again, mortal. What exactly did Elegion say to you when you asked about the Riven Cataclysm? If that portal leads to wherever the Cataclysm waits, then Elegion spoke true. We will not know until we use it, however. I sense that the portal connects to Nirn. Moreover, it contains a ward meant specifically for me. I dare not step through. Sister Seldina and the Waking Flame have attempted to neutralize me before. They warded this portal with a spell that will unravel my current body. Remember, I cannot die. Not like you. But I can be inconvenienced by the process of reformation. Perhaps, but it would take time we do not have. You must serve as my eyes, little mortal. Find the Cataclysm, examine it, remember everything you see. Then do whatever you feel is necessary. Take the Anchorite. I'll send Rinkias through shortly. We suspect the Riven Cataclysm waits through that.
Take the Anchorite and go, mortal.
I don't think I've ever been.
Follow after I give the Blade
Let's
Bearers
go,
their
Master.
instructions and confirm.
Nokros must feel the wrath. Hellish fools! Free us now!
Did you hear that? The missing blade bearers are here.
How dare they pen up my
Caius?
clan
Our
fear?
kin!
Free them,
They
mortal.
feed them through a device beneath the Citadel.
Report, Hadri. What is this place?
They call it Fort Grief. Valkanar's Nokvros's minions captured us near Jin's foundry and turned us over to the Waking Flame. They brought
Nokvros. He's here somewhere. I know that stink very well.
Over there. More cages.
We won't let you feed us to your device.
These mortals are allies, Dothas. Tell them what you know of this place.
Blade bearers do not bother with mortals. Even those a wretched spire we barely tolerate. But if Caius commands it, I will treat you as an ally. This device they call the Cataclysm. It is an abomination. We tracked our first group of missing blade bearers to Kinmarcher Jin's foundry. When Nokvros gave our kin to the Waking Flame mortals, we followed them to an Ilark summit. That's where Nokvros's blood adepts captured us. Yes, bound like Ogrim waiting for the torturer's lash. The mortal leader, Sister Seldina. Nokvros stood beside her like a trained clanfear. They took our kin to the Citadel, to their Cataclysm device. They use our essence to fuel the infernal thing. I heard the cultists talking. Apparently, early versions of the Cataclysm used a single Daedra and transformed them into some sort of living disaster. But this version, the Riven Cataclysm, it drains the essence from many Daedra, leaving nothing behind. Mortals, you know nothing. They use the collected essences to create a single powerful incarnate. The essences overwhelm the recipient, erasing them, remaking them. They become a mindless force of destruction. Meanwhile, the drained ones die. Normally we cannot, but with our essence drained, nothing remains to return to oblivion. Nothing to reform. You need to know. They have another stronghold. A place called Deadlands.
Mortals, make your way into the Citadel. I will follow once my kin are safe.
Maybe the Cataclysm, Master.
Mortals, I escorted my kin to safety. Now let us find the living Cataclysm and punish our foes.
You do not command here, Nok'Braz. I take no orders from you.
Sister Seldina and Nok'Braz, they're in the chamber below.
Stop them!
You were fools to think you could stop us.
Dagon will reward my devotion. You'll see. Intruders? Good. You will fall before the power of my newest incarnate. My beautiful creation.
The Incarnate's drawing power from the Cataclysm. I'll try to stop the flow. There must be a switch or something.
There. Those who are vulnerable.
Such pointless courage. Who hides behind that mask?
Take shelter under my shield.
Disaster incarnate.
My shield will protect you.
Taking control of the Cataclysm. kill you all for this affront!
Quick, my friend! Destroy the core!
Bring cards. I don't know how long Lyran's portal will remain open. Hurry!
It took a while, but I finally determined your location and opened that portal. Come, mortal. Tell me all that transpired. Once the Blade Bearers appeared and told me about Fort Grief, it only took a short time to ascertain your exact location and open a portal. This seemed like a safe enough place to regroup. Now, tell me what transpired. Did you find the Riven Cataclysm? You had to. Before I could examine it? Did you at least take a close look at the device? Or bring back any of its component parts for me to study? So we have nothing? Nothing I can investigate? No one I can interrogate? I am disappointed, mortal. Now I must start all over again. Deadlight? That name is familiar. A lost realm somewhere in Oblivion. We need to return to Fargrave. Make inquiries. Locate this hidden place. Meet me at Madam Wim's, little mortal. Perhaps my investigations will yield answers after all.
Blade Bearers, scour the Deadlands for signs of the waking flame. Wherever Sister Seldina hides, we will find her.
Don't just stand there, Scampfoot. Hide! Get down! Don't let those entrail suckers take you too! You really don't know anything about where you are, do you? That's the Brandfire Reformatory. Nothing good happens there. The Order of the Waking Flame cult takes people inside, and they don't leave again. It makes this one's fur stand on end. No, this one just saw the cultist force her sister Pebiha inside. If Tufe could fight, those kin-cursed cultists would be hanging above a lava flow by their ears. Tufe cannot help Pebiha now. Would you look for her? Tufe can pay. Pebiha's harebrained adventures have gotten her into trouble in the past, but being kidnapped to the Brandfire Reformatory?
Good to get the blood pumping, right?
Make sure there aren't any traps.
Your service to Lord Dagon is no longer required.
any cultist went into the reformatory. How did you fare? Did you find Pibiha? Where is she? Is she all right? A note? What that means. My foolish sister. Always so proud. Here's your reward, stranger. You brought as much of Pibiha back to me as you could. Even with the pain they bring, Tufe is glad to have these words. It is not a surprise, but the shock of her death still hurts. My stupid, foolish sister. She just had to go to that meeting. Tufe should go back to Fargrave as soon as she can. She didn't tell her family where she was going when Pibiha disappeared. They must be so worried. This one came to the burn through the Plaza of Portals in Fargrave. With luck, she'll find the portal here still open when she retraces her steps. It's no use solving a problem that may not exist, so this one won't worry just yet. Pibiha never gave in to sorrow, and neither will Tufe. Don't worry, just because Tufe is cautious doesn't mean that this one has not had her own adventures. She'll manage.
Wait, please. Just listen.
Gilfric sent you to haunt me, didn't he? Dubious hench ghost, this one is not fooled! Ah, mercy! This one does not wish to become Gilfrex's ghost slave as well.
Just stop for one moment and let me explain.
Call off your attack, Ghost. Shirodar knows when he is caught, but have mercy. No matter the size of this one's death, Gilfrex gets nothing if Shirodar dies. You... don't? That one, the Ghost, she said the same. But Gilfrex has his tricks. His thugs hunt this one like an animal. Shirodar does not know you, so he thought you among them. If you are not with Gilfrex, what do you want with this one? Mora, the Daedra who is most rude. To hear it from her, this one's fragrance would befoul all the corners of Oblivion. Never has Shirodar been so insulted. Sorry, Shirodar is too busy fleeing for his life to be of much help. Oh, if you were to get Gilfrex off Shirodar's tail, that would make you much more agreeable in this one's book.
Shirodar is greatly in debt, but what Gilfrix asks for is beyond what this one can deliver. Perhaps you can remedy this. Gilfrix rules the Fleepit district, feeding on desperation and despair. Shirodar suspects he is not so important for a Daedra, but among the dregs of Wretched Spire, he is a king. This one should not linger in the Fleepits. He will hide outside. He is under the impression that this one can retrieve some foul Daedric trinket from a most dangerous place. This one is much more skilled at fleeing and cowering. Unfortunately...
Let's find this Gilfrex and be done with it.
You're not one of my debtors. Yet. But everyone in Wretched Spire needs something, and I provide. So what can I do for you, poor mortal? Right to the chase. I hate that. I like to watch the needy squirm. Shirodar, for example. Big squirmer. You, not so much, I suppose. Is that why the cat sent you? As muscle? Raw deal. You'll never collect. Either way, I'm getting what I'm owed. The cat promised he could get me a little item called the Slave Choker from False Martyr's Folly. But it was all talk. If I don't have that collar by the time I find the cat, I'll make one out of his tail. It's not getting me any closer to the Slave Choker, that's for sure. Fine. I've wrung enough fear out of the cat these last few days to have my fill. It's overpowering the more subtle miseries I savour. His debt is cleared. Now go.
Just stay put. My friend is never going to catch up if you keep running on.
But that is how Gilfrix catches up to this one too!
I told you. They've already paid off your debt.
It's you. The ghost says everything is alright. Gilfrix no longer wants my tail, or any other part of me. Is it true? Gilfrix forgave it? Gilfrix never forgives anything. Or perhaps Master Erwin was right. This one's fortunes can change for the better. Perhaps next time it will even be Shirodar who changes them. Well, you see, this one does not know the Master's ever-shifting path, so he cannot say for sure. But he does know that Master Irving planned to visit a new disciple. Or disciple-to-be, rather. Hixo, a skeptic of the Master's ways. This one will mark the place on your map. He is certain you will find the Stubborn One and Master Irving there. Unless Irving has already convinced Hixo and they have both moved on. No. Shirodar is sure you are meant to cross paths.
Synchrocesia is shifting again.
Wretched.
Hixo, was it? No need for any hostility. Well, that makes the risk of bodily harm moot.
Are you seeing this? Incredible!
Hixo does not seem the talkative type. Careful. If you anger him, there's not much I can do to help you like this. I think I'm responding to the changes you're creating here. It's a miracle we've maintained a connection this long. I take it as a good sign that my synchrocesia is coming closer to alignment, even if it's unstable.
What maggot? Master of lies. Irving says even stone softens when needed. Nonsense. Things made strong are strong. Things made weak are weak. Prove the strength of his words. Otherwise, Irving is nothing to me. And so are you. Show me the strong stone that becomes soft, the hard stone that becomes brittle, the weak stone that becomes strong. Show me that you and Irving are worth hearing. Then I might answer you. You aren't, unless there is truth in Irving's words. If there is proof to be found, you will find it.
Did you find the stones? Hixo should be along. It'd be hard to miss... Oh, well, he's arrived.
Maggot, you return. It is as Irving said. Strong becomes weak. Weak becomes strong. Change is inevitable. These stones prove the strength of his words. I did not understand him. Now, I do. Irving awaits you to the south. Grow, Maggot, into something strong.
I'm really glad your mood improved before this happened. Hello? Who's speaking? Wait. Master Irving? Is that you? Not what I expected, but then nothing about this journey has been thus far. The Banekin's, Master Irving's voice comes through clearly, but I don't understand. He's telling me he can't correct my alignment with this realm. I don't know. I'm stretched so thin. Just holding on to some semblance of reality all this time has been exhausting. I don't think I can go on fighting like this much longer. If a master of the 11th Force can't fix this, what hope do I have? I can barely think straight anymore. If you have any brilliant ideas, I'm open to suggestions. Just give in? That's insane. My entire being would be scattered across infinite time and space. But I suppose there was a positive reaction when others near us stopped resisting change. I'll have to trust in the 11th Force. Here goes nothing. Just what I'll be if this doesn't work. Relax. I feel it. Pulling. Pushing. But I can flow with it. I can align with it. Ah, at last. I'm whole again. I can't begin to describe how unpleasant it is to be strewn across the cosmos. I think my sense of touch was underwater half the time. And my teeth feel like I've been sleeping with my mouth open. Yes, I understand how to keep this realm's chaos from pulling me apart now. I'll be fine, thanks to your efforts as my proxy. If I had to be out of phase with reality, I'm glad you were there to help me. Please, accept this with all my gratitude. Well, of course, it's not so easy to let go of control when your entire existence is in jeopardy. Then I think you have a great deal to learn about the mortal condition. I can share the finer details later.
You're quickly the waking flame. Ooh, a capable adventure.
You again. You seem to be making a habit of this. Should I be flattered or just assume that you're the one killing my associates? A corpse? Can't say that I'm surprised. Miket continues to be too uncoordinated for retrievals. He tries his best, but I fear it will be a few more millennia before he's able to move with grace or stealth. It won't be a lasting death. Maybe he will learn something from this that he did not from every death he has suffered before. You said you have something from his possessions? Ah, so Miket wasn't completely useless. Madam Wim won't be totally displeased with his performance. For his lack of follow-through, I'll pay Miket a portion of the agreed-upon earnings. You have rightful claim to the rest. You're the most reliable mortal I've ever worked with outside of official capacities. Would you like to take on a contract with me? It'll be the culmination to all you've done so far. I suppose it's time to tell you that the plainstones you collected are not some baubles valuable only for their rarity. When brought together in a particular location, they open the portal to a secret lair where Uxark hid her treasure. A legendary civilized warrior. Her crew took the location of their greatest treasure to oblivion. But one of their number just returned. Skoadal is in Wretched Spire. Get the portal's location from him, retrieve the treasure, and I'll reward you. I don't have time for dawdlers.
Master, show Lyrinth the twisted rod. It's important, I'm sure of it.
I assumed we'd find answers here in Fargrave. Some way to salvage the opportunity denied me at Fort Grief. But no. Even Even Madam Wim seems at a loss as to the location of Deadlight. Let me see. It contains a dormant enchantment of some sort. It feels unpleasant. And the magic, it smells like your Daedrat. I will keep the rod and study it as time permits. Unfortunately, I do not think it is related to Sister Seldina. I'm not sure yet, but the answer will become clear soon enough. I should not have gotten angry, little mortal. You have helped me a great deal, and you certainly helped Fargrave and Nirn by destroying the Riven Cataclysm. Take this as a recompense. The secrets I seek rest with Sister Seldina. She still has the means to create more cataclysms, so the danger to Fargrave and Nirn remains. We must ascertain the location of Deadlight, and this hidden stronghold the Blade Bearers heard mentioned. Everything I know about Deadlight is rumor and conjecture. It is a plane that suffered some great cataclysm in the ancient past, a realm forgotten and lost to time. I had hoped that Madam Wim would know more, but she claims the place is a mystery. Interesting. The Blade Bearer clan's scouts are indeed competent. Perhaps they can find the trail where we have thus far turned up nothing. Very well. Find Rincaius and see what he has learned. Meanwhile, I have my own research to conduct. I asked Rincaius to meet...
This one keeps your sleekest possessions safe and sound. Your Dull Cloud items too, if you want.
Let's go do something exciting.